So y'all had some tow truck stuff.
Oh,
Okay, so this is the story.
long story.
Uh-oh.
It's not that long.
Uh-oh. Anything that starts out with, well, okay, let me.
All right. We have an event, a church service in Austin.
Okay, in Austin.
In Austin that we are renting a car for.
Okay.
From Houston Hobby. So on our way, we get to Brenham, we drive over a nail.
Oh no.
New
On the way
car,
there.
2026 Rogue. It's a really nice new rental car. And we start losing tire pressure. And so we pull over and try to put some some air in it, and then I see the nail and you can hear the air coming out.
You can hear the air.
And so that's really what ended up happening.
Oh.
So we have to not really make it to the church service and try to decide, okay, should we go all the way to Austin and turn around? No, let's just go back to Houston. It doesn't make sense to, we're going to miss the church service anyway.
Oh,
so
man, I feel so bad.
Oh, no.
We had AAA come out and just do the donut thing,
Yeah.
But
you were like, do we go
50 miles?
Do we try to limp our way to? Yeah. And y'all are. I mean, y'all are still a good hour and a half away from here.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, it's not a little small jaunt.
To drive on a donut.
No.
So we're trying to decide if we're going to drive on a donut. I know you can drive 80 miles.
You can.
It's not going to. If you have to, you will.
I'm going to put it this way. I am, you've probably done this as well, sir. I think I drove for a year on it.
When I was a kid. If you don't have money, you get on the donut, but you shouldn't.
You shouldn't do it. By the letter of the law, it's designed just to get you
to
out
an
of
emergency spot.
Get you out of the situation you're in.
Yeah.
But every dude will tell you.
No.
I waited till that paycheck. And then something happened, and then my boy called me up, and man, we had a great weekend. And so I had to wait till the next weekend, and then my other boy called me up.
Oh my God.
And next thing you know, it's 8 weekends later. So yeah, those donuts can take a lot.
They can take a lot more, but they're designed.
But with your wife, you don't want to do that.
Yeah.
You do that when you're in your 20s and 30s, and you ain't got, you don't have
many choices.
Right, a significant other that you're.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want to put, yourself or one of your buddies. I'll put, if we get stranded like that, because that's the thing too. Once you leave here, this area, and get on 290, it gets pretty rural out there. So this is kind of like the end of Houston right here.
Right.
Like once y'all get past, what is this, Hockley?
Yeah, this is Hockley.
Once you get past Hockley, I mean, it's just cows, dude. It can be cows for a while.
You can be stranded.
Yeah.
In the middle of nowhere.
So we just said, okay.
She said, okay.
No. So based on our conversation,
I know what that. I'm married. I know what you said. I got you. Bro code going on right now.
She was falling asleep.
Yeah.
I said 40 miles. I'm gonna take it, make it safe. 40. I'm not gonna try to go 50.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
We made it to Brenham, so that's.
Yeah. Oh, Brenham, y'all made it pretty good then.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty.
That's about halfway.
That's about halfway. That's maybe maybe even a little more than halfway.
Yeah, depending on what part of Austin.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, I've actually done a couple of Uber rides out to Brenham, believe it or not. I guess Uber considers Brenham to be part of the greater Houston area. I'm gonna tell you what, I have. You don't. Like when I've been doing Uber now for about 4 months. I retired from my old job about 10 months ago.
Okay.
And since it's kind of my first stab at post-retirement,
yes, sir.
It's actually a really good retirement gig.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
You have the personality for it.
I appreciate that, man. Yeah, I'm one of those dudes. And believe me, I always tell people that get in, just hit me upside my head if you need me to shut up. Seriously, it will not offend me, because I am. Man, you hit it on the head, ma'am. I'm a blabbermouth. I'm one of those. My wife says that I love the sound of my own voice, and so I apologize
We
at the
appreciate
front.
it.
I apologize at the front end, man. But so it's tailor made for me to do.
You know,
Uber.
okay, let me explain my Uber story.
Oh, you used to do Uber?
I Ubered for, okay, we just tell you the story. Okay, so you know, like we had that mayor, and she.
Oh, the one of the lady mayor.
The lady mayor, and
I
she
can't remember.
required so
Ann
many
Parker.
steps. Parker must be Parker.
Yeah.
So many steps to get to become an Uber driver.
Well, it used to be like Uber wasn't even allowed in Houston for a while, right?
So Uber wasn't allowed, but then they were, and then it required a more extensive process when she was in charge.
Yeah.
So I went through all of that, and then I Ubered for 2 rides one afternoon. I said, okay, I Ubered, that's enough.
Don't tell me, did you have like a bad,
No,
or it's just one of those things like, not for me?
I achieved my goal, I think.
You did it.
what's your goal?
I had 2 rides, and I was like, you know, that's enough. Okay, I'm gonna do something else. All right?
Now, I get, you know what? Here's the thing that I have noted with Uber is that it is definitely, and this is not a personality, I'm not making it, you know,
Right.
but it isn't for everybody.
Right,
It
right.
definitely is not. There's a number of people I would say that
It's not.
for.
Mhm.
So like if what's the best way to put it? If people can win, if like the wrong person
Can set you off.
can set you off, do not do Uber.
Oh,
Do not do
okay.
Uber, like at all. Like you got, and so my old job, I was in sales.
Okay.
So I was essentially, I wasn't, but my job, a big part of my job was sales. Was like
interfacing with people and building
Right.
rapport with people, and
Yeah.
and it's
absolutely.
exactly, and one of those skills I learned was to somehow or another reach down inside of whatever and just swallow whatever's
Yeah.
left of my pride.
Whatever you right, in order to deal with people
Yeah.
on the
I
front
tell
end.
some people
Yeah.
it's marriage that help do that. It helps prime you.
It
but
does,
it
it
does.
does.
But yeah, you're right. I mean, there are. So I've done a bit over 1,000 rides, or right up to 1,000
Okay.
rides at this point.
Oh, wow.
I've been going pretty hard in the paint.
Yeah, yeah.
And what I would say is that I would say 9 out of 10 rides are just either really, really good
Yeah.
or just non-eventful.
Okay,
So like
right.
really, really good would be like y'all. So really nice couple,
Yeah.
You carry on the ride's over before you know it.
Right,
You had a
right,
good
right,
conversation.
right.
And then I would say of that, so I would say if I take that 9 out of 10, I would honestly tell you the majority never say a thing.
Right.
So if I were to cut my rides, if I were to do 10 out of 10 rides, I would say 6 to 7 out of 10
Don't say
never say a word to me.
Wow.
Just it's, and I'll tell you why here in a second. I would say 2 to 3.
Yeah.
Like if it was 6, I would say add 2 to 3 more on top of that, and they're like yourselves.
Yeah.
Like either a nice couple that's having their own conversation, or a nice couple that invites me into the
Right,
conversation,
right.
or somebody by themselves that just happens to be the carbon copy of me.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
And,
right.
and
You
it's
get
just
it
like,
off.
we
Yeah,
just
yeah.
hit it off. You know,
Yeah.
just yak, 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 yak. Make anybody else in the car throw up. But 1 out of 10.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Unfortunately, sometimes 2 out of 10.
Got you.
You get the person from hell.
Oh.
You get, and you just never know.
Right,
You,
right.
there's no telltale sign. There's nothing that you can pinpoint and look at I mean, it runs the gamut, dude.
Oh, wow.
Like that's the other thing too is, you find that out in a heartbeat. I accept all rides.
That's
Yeah.
right.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because I found with Uber, profiling goes out the damn window.
Okay, okay.
Literally.
You can't
Yeah, you can't do that.
second-guess
Yeah,
anybody.
you can like it would. The best rides I've had on Uber would, if you put it down on paper, you would say like, you went where, dude?
Right.
Looking like what?
Yeah.
Like, have you looked at yourself in the mirror and you went to that street? Some of the best rides I've had.
Yeah.
And some of the worst rides I've had were picking up folks in West University.
Right.
So you can never,
You can't
ever,
tell.
like my philosophy is I accept all rides,
Yeah.
but I will tell you that you can, you can't go into it like, oh, this is going to be, no, it will unfortunately, like I said, and maybe not 1 out of 10, I should probably say like maybe 1 out of 15.
Okay.
But it will just rise up.
Yeah.
And you can feel it coming on. Like you get in the car and maybe the first 1 to 2 minutes is just okay. And then you can just feel it before that.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Like that gut, like, oh crap. And you like, how long of a ride is this? Like, oh no. Yeah, and I've had some doozies, dude. I've had some real doozies. But you know what? Here's the thing that I also say is, bless their heart, I think some of them like weren't completely there.
Yeah.
You know, so like sometimes like I don't want to always blame that on the individual because
Okay. No.
like if I'm dropping somebody off at a hospital.
Oh yeah, their mind is something.
Their mind is good, like and they're in pain of something else. I'm like, I write that off. Something's going on.
Yeah.
Or if I'm dropping somebody off, and it's like clear that it was like they didn't book that ride. Like somebody did it for them to get rid of them. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, okay, I just got the bad end of a
Gotcha.
tiff here.
So
I've had those too.
Okay.
Oh yeah, like I'll leave it at that. Yeah, all different scenarios.
Yeah.
And then you can be a bartender on wheels. I've had
Yeah.
dudes get in my car like that were just like they had to get out of the house, and I was, they
entertainment.
yeah, exactly. I was the dude, and they were just like, hey, do you mind just driving me around for a while? And I was like, dude, I'll tell you what. And so I did that, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to turn off the app.
Yeah.
And we'll just sit here and chat because, I'd rather, at that point, it goes away from being like a transactional thing.
That's right.
And it's a married dude to a married dude.
Yeah.
And I need to shut the app off before I call you a knucklehead, right? Because I don't want my star. I don't want to get 3 stars for being honest with you. Right? I want this app closed out.
Right.
I want my rating in there now before I'm about to tell you, why you should have gotten thrown out of the house. But no, it's I love it.
Yeah.
For my personality,
Absolutely.
it fits me. And ma'am, I'm so sorry. I have talked nonstop. Now
you haven't bothered us.
okay, y'all just tell me because I think I've talked nonstop at y'all for
I think
20
I want
minutes.
to do. I heard someone that retired that did drops like Uber Eats. And
So now if you, I'm sorry, I interrupted.
Not necessarily Uber Eats, but some kind of
I was about to
delivery something. Okay, go ahead. Mhm.
So what I would tell you is if you're looking for something that's like, and I'll tell you, it's actually not, it's pretty good money in Houston. And I'll if you want me to, I can kind of take you into the economics of rideshare. But there are some of the folks I talk to who like, they can't handle like that 1 or 2 10 out of people. I'm like, then don't do it.
Right.
Do Uber Eats or do delivery, do package. Like I know some guys that like exclusively do package deliveries.
Yeah.
And there's a couple of reasons. Some of them it's just they don't want to go to jail for knocking the shit out of somebody. I'm sorry. Y'all were on a church trip.
You are fine, sir.
But,
we understand.
but they're they're like, I know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna go to jail. Somebody like it's not
get
gonna
out
end
of
good.
my car. You know what I mean? This is my car.
And if you don't get out of my car, this is gonna be bad. So they're like, why even start
Put yourself in there,
that? Why put myself in that position? So what I tell them is, I was like, is do that. And then there's another type of person that I tell to do it is maybe they're okay with people, but man, there are some dudes, and you probably got, you may be this way, so apologies if you are, but treat their cars like it's a little baby that you put into a crib, and that you.
That's not me.
Okay, there you go. Well, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And so they are so particular. I'm not one of these guys.
Yeah.
So they are so
so they don't want people to mess up their
like
car.
they just go crazy. And I'm like, dude, like you could try to do it, but it's going to drive you nuts.
Yeah.
Like you have to change your mindset on your vehicle into being a economic money machine.
That's right.
And you have to make that.
That's
And
sweet.
you know, I love my car. I mean, I've got a Tesla. I love this car,
nice.
but I made that switch in my brain to say, okay, I've made the decision to do Uber.
Yep.
I can't. And when you do that, you can't just tip your toe in the water.
Yeah.
You go all
All
in.
the way
You
in.
go all. And when
Makes
you go all in, it becomes an
right.
economic engine.
Yeah.
And so you can't. So these guys that are still like they hand wash their car on a weekly basis. I know, oh, ma'am, you know how women can be with shoes?
Yeah,
sometimes that's the way men can be with their cars.
Yeah.
Oh yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And so they will like hand wash with one bucket every 2 times a week.
Oh, wow.
And like real particular. But I'm like, dude, do not do Uber. Or if you're gonna do it, just do packages. And so in the Uber app, you can sign up to just do deliveries.
Okay.
So all you do is and I will tell you, the guys I know that do deliveries, they're blowing and going, man. They're going. There is no shortage of package delivery. In town. Now I will say this: it doesn't pay as much.
Okay.
Right.
So and as you can imagine, you're going to get you're going to get a little bit of a premium for having somebody in your car.
Right.
But it's not that much of a premium. I do it because, you do get that extra. I mean, you're going to get paid the most for doing rideshare. But for me personally, too, because I am an extrovert, it actually makes the day go by faster for me to have people versus like if I did delivery, well, that would go slower for me. But if I'm not that way, I would do delivery in a heartbeat.
Right.
Like that's the way to go. So I will tell you, sir, what I have found in the city of Houston is, and this is only over a 4-month span, so it's anecdotal. I'm not statistic. But what I've found is during the weekday, I can make about $25 an hour doing Uber. On the weekends, I can make about 30 an hour. So we're not talking about like great money.
Right.
We're not talking about anything where, you're buying an island somewhere. But, for me, I'm retired. So it's a good retirement gig.
That's right.
I drive a Tesla, so I don't pay for any gas. So that's one of the biggest expense of an Uber driver is gasoline. And so I have none of that. I charge my car out of my garage. So for me, it's kind of a no-brainer. 25 to 30 bucks. And it used to be a lot better. From what I heard, Uber used to pay better. Like Uber's, God, I hate to say it, but Uber's driving their drivers, pardon the pun, driving them pretty mad right now. It's like, they're being a little bit, what's the word I'm looking for? Greedy? The Uber company. But regardless, I mean, it's there. It's, I'm not going to do this on my own. They have a nice app, good algorithm. I've been really happy with it. I've been very, very happy doing it. And like I said, I'm not even trying to game the algorithm. Like, so I'm sure there's some guys in Houston that probably make a little bit more per hour than I do because they're denying rides or they're sitting out at the airport.
That's right.
But they're sitting there for a long time. And for me, I'm just like, no, I just want to, if I'm going to be out here, I just want to be going. And so I accept all rides. I'm one of those guys. There's probably a lot of Uber drivers that hate my butt because I do accept everything. But I'd rather just be going and meet people. And so I can get 20 to 25 rides in a day. And I'll tell you, I think I probably get pretty doggone close to their hourly rate anyway.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I don't have the same, you know, the only thing they would come back to me with is, well, you're doing more vehicle depreciation. I'm like, but I drive a Tesla.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't pay for gas, and it's like, it's a Tesla. These things last for like 500,000 miles.
Okay.
I mean, these are like the redheaded stepchildren of cars.
Yeah.
You can just, you know, throw them up against a wall 8 times and they'll still go 300,000 miles.
Yeah.
I don't have a transmission to break down. I don't have an engine to break down. I have none of those regular gas car issues.
Right.
The only thing I got to worry about really is the battery pack.
Yeah.
Will the battery pack, you know, keep going for me?
Keeps going.
Yeah. And so it's really, that's why a lot of Uber drivers get Teslas, because they're just a ride share machine. You can just pound the living hell out
They
of
look
it. Sorry.
nice too.
Yeah, no, I love mine.
look
Yeah.
nice,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, I had a friend of mine that he rented a Tesla and did some Ubering with the Tesla.
So he did like the lease.
He did like the lease.
Yeah, like through Hertz or somebody.
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Yeah, I own this one. This is my second Tesla. And so yeah, I bought it outright. So that's even better. So I don't have the lease payment.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So yeah, I love them. I'm a Tesla nerd. If y'all haven't figured that one out. So yeah, so for me, and the car drives itself, so I don't even do anything except get to sit here and talk. I don't know if y'all have noticed, but I haven't driven at all since we.
No, I haven't been paying
I
attention.
didn't notice that at all either.
Yeah.
What?
The car. I let you.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So I have not touched the steering wheel once.
God.
My feet aren't anywhere near the
No
pedals.
way.
So I just sit here and talk to people and take your money.
It just looks like you're driving.
It does.
Well, it looks like it because I'm scooted up too,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
you're right behind me. But yeah, so
that part.
Yeah, I don't.
It's amazing.
Yeah, so this as soon as when I picked y'all up, I put your address in like from that, and I pushed a button for self-drive,
Oh my
and it's done
gosh.
everything ever since we started.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's the other benefit with the Tesla is it's not only I don't pay for gas.
You don't really drive.
I don't drive at all. It's not, there's take the adverb out of there. You said you don't really drive. No, let me take the really out of there. You don't drive.
Right.
Now, will the Tesla though? It'll notice like, I don't know.
It does everything,
It's gotta
man.
make sure you're not falling asleep. Right?
Exactly. Oh, great question. So, a couple of things. So it does everything. It makes all the decisions. It's operating on what's called artificial intelligence, AI. So it's actually like a robot with a robot brain.
Yeah.
But you are absolutely right, ma'am. So where the technology is at this point is because it is still not like far enough along for regulators to say, yep, we're good for Tesla and Waymo, because there's basically two companies doing driverless. I don't know if y'all have heard of Waymo.
Yeah, Waymo.
Yeah. So Tesla and Waymo are the two main companies that have Waymo's in about 3 or 4 cities. Tesla's in Austin doing driverless rideshare right now. But for me, yes, you absolutely right, ma'am. I am required to be in the driver's seat. I am required to keep my head pretty much facing forward.
Okay.
So I can look this way,
Yeah.
I can look that way, and I can do that for probably about a good 3 to 5 solid seconds.
Yeah.
But if I keep my head that way for 5 seconds, the system will beep at me.
Yeah.
And if it does that enough, it'll force me to take over.
Yeah.
And if I don't take over, it will start pulling over to the side and pull over to the side, just stop. And the way it does that, the way it regulates that, ma'am, is there's a camera right there.
Wow.
And that camera is watching me
Wow.
like the hungriest chicken hawk. Like imagine
Big brother,
the
big
hungriest chicken hawk, and I'm a chicken.
Very cool.
Yeah. So no, it's great. Eventually, and this day it's not going to be too doggone long. They're going to turn that camera off, But that day is not here yet.
Yeah.
That day is not here yet. So where we're at right now, ma'am, is when I go out and do Uber every day, is I literally sit here in my driver's seat. I never touch the steering wheel. My legs never have to, my feet never have to go towards the pedal. I keep my head this way and I supervise everything.
Yeah.
I keep my head on a swivel and I'm ready in case something did happen.
That's right.
Which it's in 4 months, it's never happened. But in case it did, I'm here ready to go. And I just enjoy a conversation. Or if the person in the vehicle doesn't want to talk at all, I just learn a new part of Houston. Sometimes what I'll do is if the person clearly is just kind of into they're either doing work in the back or they're listening to their own music or they don't want to talk.
That's right.
What I'll do is I'll just gently ask them, hey, would you mind if I, put in my head, like one of my headphones and listen to some music or listen to a podcast? Every single time they're like, oh, no, go right ahead. But I always ask. So that's that. If in those cases, that's the way I'll pass the time there. But quite honestly, a lot of the time is just sitting here talking to people, and I don't do any driving, and it just makes me money.
So question, the speed range, so I noticed it may be going 9 miles over, sometimes 10 miles over. Do you have, as the driver, do you set that? So
let me show you. So in the settings, there's autopilot. So I've got it, notice I have it on standard right now. So there are 3 personalities. It actually, the artificial intelligence has 3 personalities.
Gotcha.
Hurry, standard, chill. So let me explain hurry, standard, chill. So chill is like your grandparents on a Sunday afternoon. Like, I don't know about your grandfather, but my grandfather had a 1965 Chevy Nova, and he would go probably 5 to 10 miles below the speed limit. Always stay in the right lane, or go the speed limit. But just never need to, literally never need to get out of the right lane. That's chill. Chill will, if all you want to do is go the speed limit, stay in the right lane, and you don't care how long it takes you to get there.
That's right.
That's chill.
Okay.
Hurry is like, all right, I'm in Houston, Texas. I'm on Beltway 8. It's 6 o'clock in the evening. I gotta get somewhere in 45 minutes. It's showing we're an hour away. FSD, get me there. It will get over to the left lane, get over here, get over. It will be, so this is the best way I can say it. It is essentially like a Houston driver, but I want to be careful here. It is like a really good Houston driver that is safe.
Gotcha.
So it won't do unsafe things. It's not going to do crazy things. Like if it has to reroute, it'll reroute. It's not going to try to cut people off to get over to an exit or something. But it will go from this lane to that lane to this lane to that lane. Put on the blinker. It's going to find, it is going to find the path of least resistance. And so it will. It'll get you and so a lot of people love, I would say the hurry mode, people like it at rush hour. Because you can't be timid during rush hour, right? If you're in a big city during rush hour, morning rush, you kind of need to be a little bit, hurry's good for that. Standard is right down the middle of the fairway. Standard is like, and oh, by the way, on hurry mode, it will stay in the left lane if need be and go 82, 83 miles an hour on 59 East Tex Freeway. Just get you there. Now it's supervised, so if you get ticketed, that's on you.
That's on you.
That's on you.
Hurry.
That's right. Standard mode is like, it's kind of like right down the middle of the fairway. It's like, it will definitely get over the left lane. And one other thing, I do have it set for 50% max speed offset, and I'll explain what that is here in a second. But standard is like right in the middle of chill And so you notice how it got in the left lane to get around that car, but as soon as it got around, it got right back over in the middle lane. Hurry would just, this is the best way I can explain her. Hurry will get over to that left lane like a person with diabetes looking at an insulin shot. I mean, it's going. It is going to get over there as fast as it can possibly get there.
That's pretty awesome.
And so, our standard is like right in the middle. Now, the only other thing that you're able to do is pick your max speed offset. And a lot of people do this based on the city they live in. Because the personalities here have nothing to do with your city. The personalities are like, standard is going to act exactly the same in Des Moines, Iowa, as it does in Houston, as it does in Chicago or Atlanta or LA. Exactly the same. But what we don't know is your personal preference and the type of city you live in. So I don't know if y'all probably are, would concur with this, but there's cities have their own personality. So there's some cities out there where if you go 2 miles over the speed limit, they're going to ticket you. And then there's some cities, if you're not going 85, you're going to get shoved off the road. Houston's the latter. Houston is definitely a city where if at certain times of the day, if you're not going 80 on the Beltway,
what are you doing in the left lane?
You're going to be over. You're not just going to be off the right. You're going to be on the
all right.
Exactly. So that's why I have it. That's the max you can do it is 50%. And so what that means is whatever the speed limit is, this will, if traffic is going that fast, it is willing to take you up to 50% of the speed limit over the speed limit. So like just to do some easy math, if the speed limit's 60, well, 30 miles per hour is, so the max it's going, but it won't do that. It's throttled at 85, but it'll do that.
Gotcha.
If I was in, well, I'll give you another good example. Like Houston's that way. If I was in Atlanta, if I could go to 60 or 70, I'd go to 60. I don't know if y'all driven in Atlanta, but holy moly. You got, I mean, like that's even, like people think Houston can get crazy on the road. Atlanta, that's a whole, but I've been to other places like up in Michigan and Illinois where they are very, like those cops don't play. Like you go 5 miles over the speed limit and you're getting ticketed. It's just, that's just, and people are just kind of used to it. It's a cultural thing.
That's right.
And so if I was up there, I would lower this thing down to like 10. That would drive me nuts. I'd go crazy.
Compared to driving to Houston.
That's right. So that's kind of what, so does that make sense to y'all? So that's like you were asking about the speed limit thing. So what it'll do is it will essentially assess what traffic is doing around it and go along with traffic to a degree. So that's, I mean, it's not going to, like, if traffic is going 100 miles an hour, it's just going to let traffic go 100 miles an hour. The FSD will not go faster than 85.
Gotcha. No,
yes, sir.
It's pretty cool technology.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I love it.
I've heard of Waymo and of course, of course I've heard of self-driving, but I've never seen it in action.
So this is for both of you, this is your first time to be in a self-driving vehicle?
And if you didn't tell me, I wouldn't have believed it.
And and I know we've still got a couple of miles to go, but how has the
ride been?
Not me. Take me out of take my hot air. Like the fact that I'm a blabbermouth. Take that out of the equation. And like just the ride quality itself.
No, the ride quality was great.
Awesome. I love hearing that.
The ride quality was great.
So y'all really didn't even realize until I told you. I love hearing that.
Not at all.
I love it.
Just we were engaged in conversation and just didn't notice. You asked.
You were engaged in listening to me flap my gums.
And you asked when you asked to move up, I was wondering if you're going to be uncomfortable.
Nope.
When you're driving, but I mean, you're not really driving.
Nope.
but
Nope. And all I have to do when I do move up
Yeah.
is I have to make sure I've got enough room that if I
On
did
your
need to
knees.
get my foot over
Yeah,
the brake,
yeah.
I could do it fairly quick. And I've got it. But in the meantime, I'm able to, because I don't have to drive, that allows me to scoot up further. Because, at 6'1", it's probably, I wouldn't want to drive like this for a long time.
That's
but
right.
that's another positive is I can scoot up a lot further at my height than I would if I was having to drive the vehicle.
Yeah, that's true. You're just riding.
Are y'all going to the rental car spot?
We're renting a car spot.
Ah, okay. Gotcha. Yeah.
Return.
Yes, sir.
So our trip ended up being, enjoying one another.
Yeah, no, I loved it. I mean, this went by, I don't know about, she's probably ready to get out of the car as quickly as possible.
A little bit.
Oh, there you go. Good. I'm glad she's drifting off. Good. See, that is another great sign. If folks can enjoy the ride so much that it, lulls them to sleep, I love that. That I definitely love.
Usually that happens to me if I'm getting my hair cut. Like, I start off talking, and then next thing I know, I am out of there.
I am the same way, man. I get in the barber chair.
Yeah.
Now, unfortunately for me, I don't have a whole lot of hair left, so it doesn't take her long to do it. It's like they charge me a finder's fee.
That's funny.
But let's see. That's interesting. It wants to go. Why is it going? So, I guess there's two different. Let me see here. That's interesting. It didn't want to go that way. I mean, we're getting either it's 6 out of 12, half a dozen the other, but that was kind of interesting that. A lot of times I didn't. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I interrupted you there.
No.
Sometimes I'm like, well, I don't. So I've got Uber giving me one way to go and Tesla giving me another. But a lot of times when I've overridden Tesla, it's gotten me in trouble.
Oh, okay.
Like Tesla may know something that Uber doesn't.
Yeah.
But apologies on that if it ends up being nothing. But it's doing like a box around.
No worries. Looks like we're in a general area.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. We're there. I just didn't know if maybe there's something about that's kind of interesting that it didn't want to go down that street right there. I have no clue why. I mean, it's gonna get to the same spot, but it's literal now, fella. It's gonna add about a half mile to the trip, and I have no clue why. So.
Figuring something out.
It's figuring something out, or I would not put it past it. It could just be a navigational error. Sometimes it does that. It's like, because it's from the navigational standpoint. I mean, it's artificial intelligence that's driving, but it still uses a map, right? And that map, that what it sits on top of is Google Maps.
Yeah.
And so sometimes, Google Maps is really good, but it's not foolproof.
Right.
So let me see. And so it is, I mean, we got the rental car, but I want to make sure I'm taking y'all to the right spot.
We're trying to go to Alamo.
Alamo? Okay, let's. Whoa. Oh, are you okay, ma'am?
Oh, I fell asleep.
I'm sorry about that.
So
we went over a speed bump there.
Oh, okay.
It was kind of a high one.
I'm awake now.
Kind of a what?
Oh, God, man, these speed bumps are enormous.
They're big.
My gosh. Now, is this car return or let me make sure. Because y'all are going to get a car, right?
Yeah.